My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of Obsession. And this movie is written and directed by Cory Barkle, and it co-stars Cooper Tomlinson, and those two are actually a comedy duo on YouTube called That's a Bad Idea. And I've been watching their videos for a couple years now, and I'm a big fan. Like, they're really clever, and they're really funny, and they're just really entertaining. They did do one movie called Milk and Cereal, and okay, I gotta be honest, I didn't like that one. It felt like a generic found footage movie to me, but this is their second movie, and let's just cut to the chase. It's excellent. Holy shit, did they knock this movie out of the park? And it's just so cool to see, people I'm a fan of make it, to be successful and to make great art. It's awesome, and I can't wait to see what they do for, well, the rest of their careers. But let's talk about the movie now, beginning with the cast. And Michael Johnson does a great job here. He is pretty unlikable, but he is able to bring some humanity to his character. And I liked how awkward he was, and he just always felt genuine to me. But then we've got Indy Neverready. And this will be my favorite performance of 2026. She is phenomenal here. And I would say, yes, she deserves to win an Oscar for her work in this movie. She really is that good. This entire movie relies on her performance, and she just knocks it out of the park. She's crazy and unhinged and unpredictable, and every scene has her doing so much. Sometimes she'll be like crying, and then and then what? Just always so much, and it's always convincing, and she truly does an outstanding job here. Then we've got Cooper Tomlinson, and like I said, I've seen him act in a bunch of the videos, so it was kind of weird to see him in a movie, but he does do a really good job. He played his character incredibly well, and Megan Lawless also does a pretty good job. So it is really well acted, but I just love the premise. This is the type of premise you would see in a Tales from the Crypt episode, and it escalates very effectively. The first half of this movie I liked, but it's also kind of what I expected from this movie, but the second half goes off the rails, and it really surprised me with just how mean it was willing to get. This movie is pretty damn bleak, and okay, I have to be careful here because I don't want to give anything away. But I like how this movie gives you just enough information where you've got a grasp of what's happening, but they still leave enough vague where your imagination can run free. There is one aspect of Nikki's character that I found to be genuinely terrifying. And this is a very unnerving and uncomfortable watch. It's really creepy. Oh, and the sound is so good. It is so aggressive and loud, and not in a bah, jump scare type of way, but in a way that just feels relentless. But it's also really funny at the same time, and I feel like this movie found the perfect balance of horror and comedy. And I do really love the script. I gotta be careful here, but I like how there are some neat little misdirections, neat little reveals that really did add a lot to the characters. And I found there was lots here about do you really love someone or just the idea of someone? In some ways, this movie reminded me of my favorite movie of the year, The Drama, because both movies get behind the idea of whether you truly love someone or you just, want attention, you just want affection from someone. They're not the same thing. And I like how this movie just shows how the nice guy caricature can be really selfish and really awful and evil at points, and it does so in a way that feels fresh and new and exciting. And I was also really impressed with how the characters were written. Like, just some conversations early on and just some character moments felt so honest. Like, Nikki's ordering some tequila shots from the bar, and Bill comes along and he's like, "Oh, I like a pina colada." And, and they just have a banter about that, which, it feels real. And the movie is quite well directed by Cory Barker. It's very well shot, and I liked the music by Walk Burwell. So I really was loving this movie. But then we get to the ending. And it kind of hit me at a point of what I wanted the ending to be. And I was just thinking to myself, please have this ending. And they did it, and it's a perfect ending. It is. I don't want to give anything away, but I love it when a movie just makes you feel gross and isn't afraid to be mean. And yeah, it just, wow, really ended with a punch. So I can't recommend this movie enough. I always hear people complain about the lack of originality in Hollywood, and, well, I would disagree with that. But this is an original movie. Please go support it. It is worthy of your time. It is so unnerving and uncomfortable and effective on every level. It's very funny. It's got great performances, especially from Indy Navarrete. It's well made. It's got a great premise. I just loved this movie. I really did. So I'm giving Obsession a 9 out of 10. Just gotta be honest. I watch a movie like this and I see how Cory Barker's career is going. Like, he's making anything but goals, and then a Texas Chainsaw movie. And I couldn't be happier for the guy. And I don't know, maybe I'm making a mistake by saying this in a video, but I need to get making some short films. I've got so many ideas written out, and I need to get to it. This and Undertone have motivated me to get my shit together this year because I really want to make movies. I really do. I need to get on it. So, yes. And once again, Cory Barker knocked it out of the park here. Can't wait to see what he does in what I'm sure is going to be a very long and successful career. But Obsession, have you seen it? What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin out.